All right, guys, what's up? Welcome to today's live stream. Today it's another trading day. So basically, today what we have here already is gold buys. Gold buys. So I'm expecting some buys. Let me hold on. Let's see. How far can we go? All right, so I'm expecting to see price push at least to retest this high. That is my expectation. Then of course overall I want to see this liquidity being taken out on gold. So basically it's simple. Today this is basically the idea behind. So we have seen this structure, price form a W, broke through the structure, we saw a retest. So basically after the retest, and I saw this bearish candle reject. So basically that is where I had to look out for a possible continuation, because we have had a break, a retest of broken structure, and we saw a bullish confirmation. Then the next candle tried to push down, ended up leaving a rejection to the downside. So there's a little bit of expectation that we should push higher. So now the little challenge we have here is this current resistance. So I want to see price breakthrough and at least fly towards the. So for now, that is the expectation. This is the 30 minutes time frame. So on the 1 hour time frame, you can see it's likely like a continuation pattern formed on the 1 hour time frame. We have had two rejection to the downside, and if you take a look critically, it's like this trend line forming here, so like an uptrend. So with this I'm a bit positive on the buys, and that is why I am currently in the buys here on gold. So this is basically what I'm currently having on gold. So that is it. So soon I'll be taking a look at USD. USD already has left us. I know it's already buying. So babe, I'm gonna give you a quick review of what my expectation is on US30. So let me stay on the 15 minutes time frame here and see what's gonna pop up right there. So basically we are risking 31 pips and I'm going for 71 pips. That's a nice 1:2 point something ratio. So that is my expectation on gold. Yesterday we could not cash in on gold, but today let's see how the event turns out. So currently we're just about um, 18 pips. So 18 pips currently on gold. All right, so basically this is it. So yesterday, if you were with me yesterday, this is the sell I called out, and we were able to just grab something before the spike, but I emphasize that it's still gonna go down. That if you did not close, you can hold onto your trade. As you can see, it did not take us out at the stop loss. We had a nice drop at exactly 3:30 p.m. GMT, which I was able to re-engage in this trade after seeing this rejection. So that is it. Oh, today we have missed that on this nice setup. All right, so basically let me just do this. Da, 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 da. That is a nice buy setup that was formed, and apparently I just hope we can maximize our go by. What are you doing? All right. Okay. So I actually expected a push towards the that's why you can see my alert right there. So we didn't start this stream on time. That would have been a very nice setup. You guys would have been enjoying this. So but okay, so gold has broken through. So let's see. So guys, right now you can break even. We are currently floating 30 pips on gold. You do not want to mess up with this opportunity. It's a beautiful day, guys. You can break even, you can take partials, whatever you want to do. The decision is yours. Currently we are still expecting some volume there. Oh, US oil is doing the bit. So let's see. So I'm expecting further push. Maybe we might have a little bit of a correction retest before continuation. So let's see. Of course, I'll be exiting right at this point if I see a sharp push right there. But of course, at this point, break even is what we are already working with. So you're gonna just be a little bit patient and let's see. It's correcting. Whoa, what a sharp drop. So it's just 7 minutes into the 1 hour candle. As a matter of fact, wasn't too comfortable with that sharp push. But let's see. Price push all the way to 35.68. So let's see how it goes. We're still in it. It is what it is. So let's see. There are no fundamentals at the moment. We have the next fundamental is going to be at exactly 2:45 p.m., which is 1 hour 37 minutes from now. So let's see how we can manage the situation. All right, so let me take a look at this. Oh, I see. So this is actually what caused the reaction. So I didn't notice this earlier, but of course, looking at the situation, I'd said that you can break even. But for me, I would have taken partial if I had noticed that earlier. So in this case, if it does push back there, trust me guys, I'm going to take partial. Of course, that would be 30 pips, which it did already. So currently we are 23 pips, so still hanging on to gold, guys. This guy, whoa, how many pips so far? That is 45 nice pips, man. So let's pay attention to gold and see how it turns out to play. So, but trust me, this trade we are not going to close at a loss. You are not going to close this trade at a loss, my guy. Manage your trade accordingly. We are still in the trade. Like I said, on the H1, it has really moved very fast. Look at that. I didn't notice it earlier. We could have partially closed some profits. Be it as it may, we still neck deep in the trade. All right, so we are pushing back. So remember, this is a 30 minutes. So this is how it looks like on the 15 minutes. Wow, that high is disturbing. This area is really causing some issues. All right, so be that it may, still hanging on to the trade, guys. If you're in this trade, make sure you do not close in negative, guys. Make sure you do not close this trade in negative. It's a nice trade setup. If it end up taking us out at break even, we'll re-strategize and look out for another opportunity. So 3 minutes to go for the new 15 minutes candle to pop open. All right. Wow. US30 is holding his head above the waters, man. While goal is trying to be helped somewhere. So, but we are still in it, man. We still in it. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, so let's see what US oil has to offer in as much as we are still hanging on to the gold trade. 2 minutes to go for the new hour candle to pop at new 15 minutes, sorry, on gold. Whoa. So let's see, this is the hour candle. What is the structure like here? Gold is really trying to mess up things. All right, so let's see. New 15 minutes in a bit. All right, so the new 15 minutes is up. So now, so far around this area, this has been the only 15 minutes candle that have closed above the rest. So it's a sign that there's a possibility of a continuation. Maybe we might see a little bit wick down and price will just shoot up. Ooh, US oil is also leaving us behind here. So okay, okay, what is it doing? Okay, okay, okay. So we still have some liquidity to grab right here. All right, so gold is still doing its thing. So maybe that is the week we expected. Just oh, I hope this base don't just kick in and mess up things. All right. Let's see. Let's see. So goal is back. It's back, guys. Yep. Right. Yes. Need that push. Need that push. So at if price retest this, you can close partials. Of course, I believe by now, if you are already in the trade, you are already at break even. So currently 27 pips. So okay, so 30 pips. So at this point, you can take partial if you wish. So for me, let me just take my partial. All right. So let's see. So 33 pips in the trade. That level is a stubborn one, like I stated earlier, is a stubborn one. So just took my partial. So as I've identified, look at what happened here. So I'm not gonna go into a lot of terminologies, guys. I believe in simplicity and results, man. So some of this level I draw, maybe you might not really understand it, but trust me, if you keep paying attention, I'm sure you will be able to grab one or two things from it. So basically, I trade supply and demand, as some of us know, those that have been following me for quite some time. Please, I would want to say so far. If you're enjoying this trade, kindly smash that like button, share this content, and subscribe if you have not done that already. I really appreciate, guys, as that will help this channel a lot. Thank you, guys. So still hanging on to the trade. We missed out on US30. This was a very neat buy, neat buy. So apparently we're just doing one or two things, trying to catch up to the momentum seat. It's already flying up. The look at that. So I think the very first 5 minutes, right? So immediately the 1 hour candle open, boom, it was flying. So 5 10 minutes, things were already settled, so we couldn't jump into that. I don't like to jump into trades at the middle of the action. This was a nice clean setup right there. So a break, a retest, accumulation, then breakout. Nice one. Nice clean setup. Clean setup. So even though you didn't take this trade, maybe you learn from it. US gold is coming back into the zone. So let's see. So I believe you had taken partial or closed your whole trade. Of course, uh, I shared mine action with you guys. So whatever. So we were able to push all the way to about 33 pips, and now we are just 12 pips, and currently at break even as well. Partials taken. Still being a little bit patient to see what happens. Still being a little bit patient. All right. Let me look at the 30 minutes time frame. All right, guys. So I'm just gonna close everything. All right. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Is it going back? All right. So hold on. All right. So let me give it some more. So in the next 5 minutes, I will give my final decision on this trade if I'm gonna close. So we have about 2 minutes to go for the 5 minutes candle to close. That is if it does not take me out of break even, I will decide. So let me just pull all the way to so break even. All right. So like I stated earlier, this level is a very significant one considering previous price action. Look at what happened here. We saw significant sellers coming in from this area all the way to this level. So basically the activity solidly lasted till 2029 price level. So at this point, price is currently reacting at that level. So let's see. And this current candle on the 15 minutes time frame has thrown a wick higher than the previous buy, a bullish candle, sorry. And however it closed, it might be a determinant factor to whatever the market does next. But of course, one thing is for sure, I'm not going to join sales. I just rather going to sit on my hands. Okay, I've been taken out at break even, guys. Yeah. So it means that if I had closed, it would have been a better decision because I would have secured more. But of course, it is what it is. Yeah. So at least I was able to secure 33 pips at partials, 50% of my position. The rest of the position got taken out of break even. of course, because my break even was at positive 2 pip. So that is why I'm out, man, even though we have not gotten to the exact entry right here. So finally has gotten to the right entry here on our measurements here. So we are out of that trade. We are out of that trade. So at this point, even if it spikes up, it doesn't really make sense to us any longer. Doesn't really make sense to us any longer, because unless I have a nice, if this 15 minutes closes this way or a little bit bullish, then I will re-engage, because I'm still positive on the buys. I'm still positive on the buys. But of course, as a day trader, I react to price action, right? That is what my system says. So it would look like if I had not break even, I'd be back into some nice profit. But it is what it is, right? It is gold we are talking about here. So there is a system to trading it, and you do not just conclude on one particular event. You have to always look at the effect of a setup in a series of an event, right? So, all right. So let's see if we can have an opportunity here in US oil. Okay, H4 is nasty. H4 is nasty, man. So yesterday we had a rejection to the downside. So more rejection to the downside. So a little bit looks a little bit bullish on the daily. So let's come back to the H1, because my concern is gonna be basically on the risk reward. I'm more particular about what I'm gonna be risking. So gold dashed us and is now pushing. It is what it is. So I'm more particular about what I'm gonna be risking, because if you risk less and probably price hits your stop loss, it is easy to recover than maybe if you risk more and it takes you out. It's gonna take you a couple of time to recover. So now we have a pin bar right here. Price is trying to push, sitting on that bullish rejection, that rejection to push. So basically, there's this expectation that we should see more push to the upside. So more correction is likely um, a good one for us. At least it's going to reduce our risks if we are going to be jumping in for. So if I can see a correction to retest this breaking structure, that would be perfect. So at least I can get to risk lesser. That will be around 53 points, 53 pips, and I can end up targeting this 81 sweet points. So let's see, we can have that. So this is basically my expectation. If I can have it drop further to retest, or at least, okay, it almost got this level. I think we might not get it, but patient pace. So who knows? The name of the game is patience, so I'm gonna be patiently waiting to see how it all turns out. So our first position Okay, this is what gold is doing. Close above the zone. Wow, that was nice. So we are gonna have a retest here. Which has it done that? Almost. I think yeah, it's done a retest. So that means a retest and it's gonna still fly. So if you want to join, you can still look out for the buys. This time around, maybe you consider having your SL just right around this level right there. All right, so let's see if we can have more drop. Mm, so that is a nice one. So if you were able to join that, we should tap into this liquidity. This was a nice looking trade. So this guy apparently looks like it might not retest our entry. So basically we just give it a pass. If it does retest, fine. If it does not, we give it a pass, man. Right. Gold still looks enticing. At the same time, not too enticing. Alright, so let's still keep an eye on gold. So let's see. Um, so let me just take this off so that we can see things clear. Oh, no, no, no. Alright, so That retest is what I'm looking forward to have a nice one. Then maybe we can see a further push. H1 still looking this way, right? So this is just the first 5 minutes of the new 30 minutes candle. This is it right there. So the last candle was a Marabuzu, which likely it might retest here and pop back up. So we're just gonna stay on the 5 minutes to monitor its behavior, and that will tell us if we can re-engage or we just have to sit on our hands. All right, so with the current behavior, we just need to hold on. Like I said, we need to get some confirmation from this 5 minutes to see how price reacts within this zone, which is apparently where we are looking for the retest, and all things being equal, for price to react and push higher. Gold is acting scary. So you see, that is why there's always need to be patient. So imagine we had just jumped right into it. Right about now, it would have been a messy situation. So look at that. Look at that. So so basically, it's still reacting based off what went on right here previously. So at this point, haven't seen this current behavior, then I'm no more interested in whatever goal has to do today, because you can be smoked. At least we're able to capture in 33 pips, and that is cool. So for me, I'm cool with that, because this behavior, I'm ain't putting up with it. So US oil basically has refused to do the retest. This is the 15 minutes time frame, and it's basically looking like it's creating a bullish structure to just push higher. But of course, I'm not going to be taking the trade. I'm just observing, watching it. US30, there's no chance we miss out on the bull, and it is what it is. So this is why it's always very, very important to be patient, man. So like I said earlier, if we had said, okay, this is where we are expecting a retest, let's jump in for, of course, this is now irrelevant. So let's jump in for a buy for it to retest. Trust me, we would be crying right about now because what happened? 5 minutes. Look at that. Boom, straight up. Broke everything that we held dear. Broke it, rejected back into the zone as if nothing happened. So you see, it is now that it's kind of trying to show some signs of bulls. Look at how the 15 minutes is. So man, I think at this point, just gonna wait a couple more minutes. If you have some question, you can drop it on the comment section. Let's engage. If none, I'm gonna be signing out soon. Crazy man. Right, right, man. Nice correction right there. So last 15 minutes candle of this hour. Let's see. Look at. H1 looks strange, man. So maybe there might be a probability, like I stated earlier, maybe there might be a probability that price would retest this structure before flying. From the look of things, with the rejection I'm seeing, there is a probability that price would drop further, retest this low before retest this breaking structure before a final push. That's basically the vibe I'm seeing right here on the hourly time frame. So the sellers right here are still very effective. See, previously, look at their action. So maybe this time around they want to retest the breaking structure and drop. But apparently, look at what happened previously. We also had a big fat kind of W right here. Price broke, got into this area, then it could not hold. Then formed this triple bottom, which of course can be considered as another big fat W. And here we are once again in this how do I even call it, in yet another parade. The US oil is likely pushing, but of course that was a pass for us because we missed out from the origin and we're expecting a retest, so I didn't get that. I just have to give it a pass. So this could have been our potential target, a retest of this previous immediate high. $30 minutes candle, 1 hour later. So if it takes out its own low, then there should be this nice drop. 18 pips, 25. If you are considering the sell, that is basically it. So new 5 minutes candle, still have about 10 minutes to go. The buys was not out of context, but the market decided to do what it wanted to do, because you cannot just detach market's behavior from what it did previously, so which is the basis of the guys present right in this area, which of course you can see from their action, those are just sellers right seated there. So even though we are expecting price to push higher, those guys were just adamant bent to just cause their own usual havoc. So let me just do this. This guy is just nose diving. So imagine the index is just nose diving, but gold has been just behaving so erratic, so irrational, because with this nice drop in the index, of course the reverse should be the case. We should see a nice and clean push on gold. So that is why sometimes I tell people that if you are doing correlation with trading, you have to be very, very cautious of what you are doing. That is why most of the times I don't correlate, because I've seen over time that correlation only shifts your bias, but sometimes what the market wants to do is totally off from what your correlation might predict. You just have to focus on market structure, because if I look at the language of this structure, I've detailed it earlier on that there has been a reaction previously. We saw what happened, another reaction towards the same area, sellers kicked in, and now we are back again. So even though there is this correlation, an inverse correlation, that as index is dropping, gold should be shooting high, but we can see that it is not totally as expected, because gold is busy just reacting to previous structure, previous market prints right here. Look at that. Clean drop, clean drop. This is a 4 hour. If you want to compare this to gold, look at look at what is happening. Some nasty charts right here. Buy, sell, sell, buy, buy, sell, buy. Currently it's buying. We can't tell how it's going to close because the candle is yet to close. So imagine that. Look at that. Clean sells of the retest. Look at of the retest. This had already looked at it previously, and I was expecting it to tap into this area, right? Look at that. Nice drop. But gold, on the other hand, not as clean as expected. So we just have to trade it in line with what we can see present. So basically, if it closes this way, maybe the chances for price to continue bullish might be there. So we have 5 minutes to go for the hour candle to close. So this is the candle we are seeing. So this area still holds. All right, so just sit on our hands, watch out everything, how it turns out. If it goes bullish, we just go with it. If it doesn't, you just sit on your hands and just watch everything. So from this, just barely 2 minutes to the close. Look at how it all turns to close bullish. That's crazy. And trust me, with the current behavior, there's a probability that the new hour candle is just going to fly. There's that probability that it's going to fly. Just still gonna give you a little bit of time to see. Let me look at my risks in a couple of minutes to see. So we have 1 minute to go. One minute to go. So if it breaks its own high, let's try and look at the risk 32. What is the possibility right here? The new candle is up. What do we have? Let me look at it critically. Mm, so this is a 15 minutes time frame. This high looks at the 5 minutes. So basically, if the high of this bullish candle is taken out, then we might see price push higher. So I think right there, then I will prefer buy stop. I'm gonna prefer a buy stop so that I keep my risk tight here. That is just 24 pips. So that I see right. Alright, so in. Right. So we are in the dread. So 24, our first trade we made 33 pips. So risking 24, a part of what we made, to see if we can still hunt down the buy. If it goes in our favor, that would be great. If not, then I'll be calling it a day. Wow, crazy man. So let's stick to the 15 minutes time frame. So just looking forward to the low of the previous 15 minutes candle. If it breaks that low, then it means that the sales will likely continue, or whatever the market would want to do, the market will do. So from my perspective, just hanging on to the buys at this point is 3 minutes into the new 1 hour candle. So if the buys is gonna hold, then it's likely not supposed to break the low of the previous 15 minutes candle. But if it does break, trust me, it means that they are just up to deal with traders, man. So currently in 7 pips negative. So overall SL is 24 pips, a partial of what I made earlier. So at least if this hits SL, I'll still be net 9 pips. I'll still be net 9 pips for this session, and that will be where I will call it a day. It's really approaching that low, and this is a 15 minutes time frame. Looks crazy on the 1 hour time frame, man. I think this afternoon is just a crazy one, and gold man is just messing with me this afternoon. We're still hanging on there. getting very close. But so like I said, if it's gonna go bullish, I expect it not to break the low of this previous bullish candle. But if it does break that low, then whatever gold likes to do, it might do. Or maybe they're just out to take some cash. So that is why I have kept my SL just a little bit below this low. From the look of things, I think we are out. Let me just shut it out. Yeah. So guys, that is it for today. We are ending today with a loss, but overall profits. Just uh, going home with 9 pips for this session. That sounds crazy, but it is what it is. We missed out on US30 buy because of time. The time I was using to settle down, missed it. And US oil, let's check it out to see what it's actually doing. So US oil actually kept buying, but of course we didn't get what we expected. So I expected to see a retest from at this area, but I didn't get that retest, so I had to give this a pass. So overall today wasn't a bad one, but we could have done better. So at this point, I'm signing out, letting go do whatever it wants to do, because right now it is not really showing a proper direction. So trust me, if you want to really engage in gold right now, it's really gonna kick your ass, because it's gonna show you some probable buy setup you enter, it's gonna sell, you show you some probably sell setup you enter, it's gonna kick your ass left, right, center, man. Because the best or the only um better chance here technically was a buy, and that is what I've been going for. Went in for a buy, which we were able to take the 33 pips, and waited for this second opportunity for the candle to close, looking for a probable cause to join the buy, which of course I did get it after the close of this last 15 minutes candle. And then of course you see what it is. It has taken that candle's low, and at this point there is left no other direction than probably, if you still want to go in for the buy, then trust me, you need to have a good SL. You just have to extend your SL. Maybe if you are jumping in right now, for example, maybe you should have about 50 pips SL. Let's take a look at how that looks like on the hourly time frame. So basically that would be somewhere around here. So basically this is what you're going to be looking at, and the question is, if you jump in here, what is going to be your reward? So if you are targeting the overall liquidity right at this level, so that means, okay, you should be able to get at least 1:1, which is fair if that goes in your direction. But from the look of thing, this guy right here is still really much in action, which might push price lower, and of course at that point you will end up losing more. So the best thing right now is just to stay out of gold. Stay out of gold until things settles before you can jump right in. That is just a caution for me. I'm out for now, and I'm out for today. We come back tomorrow and see how we can take advantage of the market and see what we can grab from the market. So thank you very much for sticking around till this very moment. If you took a loss, of course it is part of the business. Dust it off, come back tomorrow, and we'll be here live to see the opportunities available to take. Of course, tomorrow I'm going to try to be here early so that we do not miss out of trade. Yesterday we missed out of trade, today too we missed out. So tomorrow I'm going to be here early cross my hand, my chest. I'm gonna be here early so that we can grab opportunities presented as early as possible. So see you guys tomorrow. Thank you. I remain your host, Mr. Wex.